Welcome back to today's More Report on Tuesday, 29th of March with me, Rich Pro Market Analyst at Antec Markets. Looking at the Eurodollar now, and we've seen this slide in the Eurodollar as the dollar strengthened last week, but turning around yesterday on that core PCE data or that PCE data that was sort of disappointing. We had a positive candle. Can the Euro bulls sort of build from this now? Because it's interesting because we've seen the low in place last Thursday at 11.42. And then subsequently we've seen a couple of candles building from that, but I think the fact that they were sort of Easter public holiday candles doesn't necessarily give them too much sort of strength, but the sentiment has turned around, and certainly trading 11.76. It hasn't sharply sold off today. It's only 17 ticks down on the day. So there is still an element of support that has been seen for that for the euro, and that 11.42 support now becomes increasingly important, doesn't it? I think because I've been sort of talking about this corrective move being a chance to buy, and ultimately I think if that is going to be the case, I think that 11.42 support needs to stay in place, because whilst I'm sort of still thinking that 10.50 to 11 figure is this big pivot band of support is still in play and still at very important levels. I think for the bulls to remain in control rather than it to be a very mixed outlook, for the bulls to be in control in the near to medium term, I think that support at 11.42 now has to hold. So this becomes an important test, I think, today, because you've got these momentum indicators that are beginning to just improve slightly as the stochastics have started to sort of just bottom out in that little corrective move as the RSI sort of came back towards 50 and held support. MACD line still above neutral. So I think generally speaking we're still in a positive outlook on this momentum, and that was just a near-term dip. But again, I sort of say that that support at 11.42 of Thursday's low is important, because you've seen a couple of higher lows now, and currently we've still got another high low at 11.66, but you need to hold on to that support. I think you can see that on that corrective move, and then suddenly starting to find support around that 11.40 area. Interestingly, just zoom out, you can see that 12.17, which was that original spike high from the ECB, 11.17 coming in, 12.17 coming in again overnight. 12.18 was the reaction high. So that's interesting. So that is a pivot line clearly the market has looked at. So that is your initial resistance overhead. So if you can break above that, I think that's a positive. But obviously we've had the slight slide back in towards the support again. But as I said, for now we're still holding onto the moves. Look at the MACD lines, far more positive than they were previously, and it's just unwinding once again. So it could be an unwinding move, this, and it'd be very interesting to see how this one develops, because you've got that 55-hour moving average, which is a basis of resistance, turning a corner and could now become a base of support. So if you can start to leave another higher low here and react and push higher, then it could be that the bulls would be gaining momentum once again. So a bit of a sort of an important trading day for the near-term outlook. And as I said, that 11.42 reaction low is key. 12.18 on the upside is also important near term. So I wish you good luck in your trading today, and I'll speak to you later. Thank you.